I'm coming in loud and clear. Might hear me on the radio. Breaker, breaker, 1-9. Anybody got their ears on?
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Today, another CB radio review. This one, an interesting little $5 pickup. I got it at a flea market not too long ago. The Radio Shack, or Realistic in this case, TRC 430. This is a cool little radio from the 90s and early 2000s that really just kind of sums up the peak of CB radio era. This was a budget-minded model. It didn't mean that it wasn't a good radio. It just means it didn't come with a ton of features or a ton of flash. But the features that it does come with are the ones you would want to have, especially back in those days. The unit itself, here's a close-up of the front. You can see it has a digital readout, a digital signal display, and then we have some buttons here. And let's go with the buttons here. First of all, we have our volume / on-off. You can see turn it off, turn it on. Next to that, squelch. So we have squelch control. No fancy automatic squelch limiter, any kind of, nothing like that. Just a regular fashion, your squelch is on and your squelch is set to where you want it. Over here we have a 9 button. So an emergency button, well, it's already on channel. There we go. Right, so I can switch it over to channel 9. Channel 6 is rolling today. Down here, automatic noise limiter is the only function that it has. This one, it doesn't seem to turn anything on or off. So I don't know if that means the button's not working or if a light is burned out or what's going on there. But I think that's on, so we'll leave that there. And then over here, channel up, down button. So instead of having a dial, a channel up, down button, which is kind of a unique feature back in these days. And the microphone is not a stock one. Here's a picture of the mic up close. And you can see here on the top, up and down buttons. So this was a nice feature to have. And it works still to this day. So a little harder to find an aftermarket mic to fit this, but 5-pin DIN and the fact that it has channel up and down was a really cool feature for this time. Here's a picture of the back of it. And close up, you can see the radio was apparently made in Taiwan. I don't know who made this one. This one, I'm not sure where this came from. But it works. It was $5, no bracket. But on the bottom here, there's a mic bracket. So whoever had it mounted, they just had the mic mounted underneath it. Which obviously you could tell then that this was a great radio where space is concerned. It's not very wide. It's about as long as a paperback book. Maybe a little wider than your average paperback book, but thinner than a paperback book. So good size, compact size for cars in that era. So anyway, let's turn it on. Skip's rolling. I don't know what we're going to hear or see, but let's roll through the channels here and see what we got. You can see the signal bar here will change as people come in and come out. Yeah, break channel for a radio check. This is Farpoint Farms in the mountains of North Carolina, trying for a break. How about you, Mr. Highway? This is Farpoint Farms. I got a copy on you. Somebody down in Louisiana. Skip is definitely rolling today. I love it. I've been talking to people all over the country today. Started off with Kansas City. Moved its way down to Texas. Now it's up into Canada. Break channel for a radio check. TRC 430. Trying for it. Somebody hears me. We got one more check. I got a weak copy on you. But I do have a copy on you. This is Farpoint Farms 707 here in the mountains, North Carolina, Trying for you on a TRC 430. How about you? And back to the crazies. Not that there's anything wrong with Channel 6. It's just an interesting place. Anyway, I guess that'll do it for tonight. This is an interesting radio, the TRC 430. If you were to see a pile of radios, and this was the one in the box I would rate least likely to be purchased, and yet it's a perfectly good radio with perfectly good features and functions that still make it very useful to this day. And that's why going to flea markets and yard sales is such a great way to find good radios for people. You want to get people into the hobby, pick up these $5 radios, pass them along to new CB enthusiasts, right? You get them hooked. That's exactly what's going to happen with this one, actually. Anyway, I'm Eric, the owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you'll maybe think about liking and subscribing. A lot more radio-related content this year and small hobby-related content this year due to a recent injury, but we're still going to be rolling with some cool videos. So stick around as the summer rolls on. Take care.